I tell you tonight, this is the part of the meeting that you have all come to hear. It's my privilege to introduce our guest speaker tonight, William P. Bartlett, Chairman and CEO of Catalyst Technologies, LLC. Bill Bartlett is the founder of Catalyst Technologies, LLC. Catalyst opened its doors in November of 1989. Over the past 19 years, Catalyst has become a major designer and supplier of combustion equipment systems to the refining and petrochemical industries worldwide. Since their inception, Catalyst has been a major leader in bringing innovative and new combustion products to the marketplace. In 2004, Catalyst received a patent on the industry's most innovative burner, the Catalyst Ultra Blue, that achieves less than 10 ppm NOx emissions in a refinery furnace burning light crude oil. This burner is a world-class achievement. In June of 2004, the senior management team of Catalyst successfully negotiated a management buyout to purchase 100% of the company's stock. And since that time, Catalyst has grown into an established world-class company with employment totaling more than 400 employees. In 2006, Catalyst registered its own company in China. And in 2007, it opened its own company in Mumbai, India. These companies have grown exponentially. Currently, Catalyst is planning new operations in the Middle East and South America. Because of his leadership, Oklahoma Governor Brad Henry presented Catalyst the 2007 Award of Excellence for Excellence in Exporting, and the U.S. Department of Commerce awarded the company an Export Achievement Award. Prior to Catalyst, Mr. Bartlett had a distinguished career with the John Zink Company, culminating in the presidency in 1981, 1982, and 1983. He served on numerous corporate boards, including Catalyst Technologies, First Chemical Corporation, First Fertilizer Corporation, Meritech Corporation, Mid-America Prison Ministries, and Mid-America Christian Center. Over the years, he's been a member of numerous civic and professional organizations, currently serving on the executive board of the State Chamber of Commerce. On June 12, 2008, he was the recipient of the Governor Nye Award as the Outstanding International Citizen in Oklahoma for the year 2008. Mr. Bartlett holds a BA degree from Denison University and an MBA from Emory University. He served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps with combat tour in Vietnam. Mr. Bartlett has 40 years of successful executive experience, and I want you to know, folks, I have known Bill since 1981. And I've never met a man that I believe has full character. And he's the real deal. He is a man that I've seen him when things were going good. I've seen him when things were not going quite so good. But I'll tell you, all during that time, the man stayed faithful to God. He's a giver. He's a man that I dearly love and appreciate. And would you all stand and let's give a real welcome to Mr. William P. Bill Bartlett.
Thank you very much. Actually, you cannot see anything up here. I don't recognize anyone, but I know I have a lot of friends here tonight. I'm really excited about what God is going to have to say as it relates to my career. I'm going to share some really personal things with you tonight. But they're really not about me. They're about what God has done through me. You're looking at a guy that came from small town USA. I was born in Gasaway, West Virginia. I grew up there. My grandfather on my father's side was the treasurer and deacon of Gasaway Baptist Church all of his life that I saw. My mother's mother was a Sunday school teacher in Fifth Avenue Baptist Church in Huntington, West Virginia for 35 years. I point that out because it speaks to my heritage. I was really blessed to be born into the Lloyd and Jeanette Bartlett family. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." And I believe that's true in my life. And those of you who are young here, raising your children, you should take that to heart. I want to fast forward now to 1979. This is the International Fellowship of Christian Businessmen, so my talk this evening is going to be on my business life. In 1979, my boss, Jack Zink, ran for the United States Senate. And while he ran for the Senate, the parent company in Chicago sent down a retired executive vice president to run the John Zink Company. I saw right away that we were not going to be best friends. He came into my office and he said, "Bill," he said, "you see that Bible in your desk?" I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "I want you to remove that." He says, "That's intimidating to people." And so I recognize authority, right? The scripture says to recognize authority. So I put the Bible in my desk, but it certainly didn't change who I was. During that time, I was really fortunate. I was asked to lead the sales and marketing effort in the company, and my timing was really great. And our backlog went from 18 to 42 million in a year and a half. And this just about drove the president crazy. And he was just after me all the time. And Rita and I were praying about that. And should we continue there or not? It's one thing to be doing well, but it's another thing if someone's biting on you all the time. We knew God was our source. And so as we were praying, in the midst of those challenges, I got a phone call. And a friend of mine said, "Bill, I want to have lunch with you at the Smuggler's Inn." I'm sure many of you remember the Smuggler's Inn. And I went over there to have lunch with a very dear friend of mine. I had an experience that day I hope all of you have. He said to me, "Bill, I'm going to buy a local company, and I want you to run it." And he took a paper mat that my plate was sitting on, and he pushed it over in front of me. And he said, "I want you to write down on this mat what it will take for you to say yes to running this company." Now tell me you wouldn't like to do that, right? Well, I got an immediate raise in salary, I can tell you that. Got a nice bonus opportunity, got a car, and then I thought, shoot, I'll just be bold. And I said, "I'd like to have 20% of the company that I'm going to be CEO of, and 10% of all your business interests." And I pushed the mat back across the table. He looked at that mat and he thought about it for a minute and he gulped and he said, "When do you start?" And then I gulped. I said, "Well, I can't give you an answer right now because I've got to go home and pray about it." He said, "You have to what?" I said, "Well, I've got to go home and pray about it." Now, I'll tell you, on the way home, I was a foot off the ground, sure of what God's answer was going to be, right? Now, I don't know about you, but Rita and I have prayer partners. And our most serious prayer partners are here tonight, and they're Larry and Phyllis Small, and I'd like for them to stand. Would you please?